Team 14 content here with my boy Marcel Russell. What did you do today, man?
I got first place with my team, Team Fo X PPG.
Yeah, maybe it's a possible reunion in the future. You don't know. We'll see.
We earned our finals invite for the Dragon Ball.
Aren't we?
Nationals, I guess.
And what else did we do? You and I specifically?
I don't know.
We are the only.
Oh, I got my invite to regional seasons right before this event. So I have a regional invite and a national invite.
Pretty sure we're the only 2 players right now that have that. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's get into it.
All right, so I played Brawly, the Awakened Threat, the yellow Brawly leader promo. On the front side, he's auto whenever he attacks. He draws a card. He takes a card from his life, and if you do, you take a card from the top of your deck and add it to your hand. Awakens at 4 life. He is freezes army, so he can run Cold Bloodlust. When he awakens, he's untapped 2 energy, which is really important for a lot of plays. When he awakens, he has an activate main that rests a battle card that doesn't have barrier. And the second one lets you take a life, add it to your hand, and restand any card on the field, which includes your leader, energy, and battle cards. Alright, so let's get to the profile. The negate of choice is going to be time magics. Since Super Shenron's gone, we're going to revert back to sparking negates, and we're trying to survive those big OTK threats.
So you run to AOD?
Yeah, well, I guess. Buy Bloodlust for that, so whatever. Time magic, you negate a card, and then ignoring barrier, you keep a card stunned, so it can't restand for the rest of the turn. Good in the mirror match, good in cards that just restand. And against this leader itself, it prevents them from even being able to restand a card if they wanted to.
Okay.
Remember, he's a freeze army, so you can run Bloodlust. I run 4. It's just a really good card in the game. It always has been since set 1. It just beats a lot of cards in the meta right now. Any big plays that can happen, it can really stop them. Today, I played against a swap engine of this deck, and I stopped them from being able to swap up the chain because I Bloodlusted the target.
Okay.
3 battering lasers, one of the best cards in the game. Negates a counter, so if they try to counter, you just counter it with a battering laser and you can enter battle after that. So they're at 4 life and they sparking negate to 3. You can triple strike and then they would die in the same battle, so it's like 4 damage.
GG.
GG. 3 successor hope. I run 4 if I was in a singles event. In teams, I wanted to cut down some space to add some special tech. Because team meta, you don't know what you're going to go against, so you have to eat up your sideboard into your main board. What this does is looks for your deck for a swap card, 5 or less. So if the card has swap printed on it, and it's a Goku's Lineage card, you can search out your deck for free. So this finds 2 cards, and I'll go over those next. Alright. Prodigal Dynasty Sun Goten. This card is a swap target right here, and it's Goku's Lineage, so you can find it with this. What it does is when a yellow battle card is being attacked, you can gain 10k to this card's power, so it makes it a 15k combo power for 1 card. Very important for surviving your battle cards throughout the game. And the second target for Successor is Son Goku Path to Greatness. This is how you get to your height of mastery as fast as possible. For Sparking 7, pay 4 energy that is yellow, and you can go to a 8-drop Lineage, which is your height of mastery card. Also interesting to note is that it's 19k power, so if it's rested and someone attacks, 20K. You make it a 34,000. So against I use this against someone who's just trying to use the vanilla 30ks, and I play 2 of these and I easily outcomboed it.
Yep.
Alright, so for 1-drops, we have some Universe 7 representatives. This is for a Janemba matchup. You want to look at your top 7 to find your victory strike as fast as possible before they mill it. Didn't work because on turn 2 or 3, I got my victory strike milled before I could even.
And you still won.
I still won that against what's that?
Damn. Okay. Moving on.
I'm gonna remember it. 5 seconds. Eric Goodwin? Yeah. Eric Goodwin. I'm not getting kissed yet, bro. I'm not gonna 3 Jocko super combo. My preferred card of choice. It has a 0 plus 10k for the whole game. You just don't draw until you're at 4 life. This came relevant because I needed to pretty much combine the combo power from this and this while I was unawakened to survive one of the attacks for my battle cards. I really needed that card to live, and I was able to combine these both at the same time.
Okay, so I noticed a difference. I noticed in Jacksonville, you said 4 Jockos was like necessary. I like to see that you changed it, but the one Shugeshin, man.
Yeah,
one, I
have one Shugesh.
One Fridella?
Slash Fridella. This is because during my preliminaries, I went to 2 preliminaries. One I got top 8 and one I got first. The first time I lost to this card, he had 1 in his deck, and I'm like, no way. How is that? How does he only run 1? No Planet Vegeta's. He just had it in his hand and was able to pull off a victory strike in 1 turn. So I was like, whatever, I'll just try it as well. It helped a lot. It let me save 3 energy essentially when my opponents just didn't play Cronoa. In teams, very good because you have 1 in 3rd chance of going against someone who has the card, and sometimes the team does not even play it at all. You just get away with it. 2 Cronoa, again, you gotta stop this card. It's in teams. You gotta mainboard these things. You just don't want to get victory strike and then get Shugesh Goku. That's like the worst feeling in the world. You can't have that. You need to be able to prevent that from ever happening. And all it does is draw you a card, so it's not the end of the world. You only have 2 of them.
I like that addition too, man.
3 Krillins. Again, this is for if people try to stall you, you need to be awakened faster. This is a way to do it. Sometimes you awaken at 5 energy. That's just too late. You need to be able to self-awaken. And sometimes if you need to switch to being an aggro deck, you have a chance to do that. You can restand this card with your leader effect, and then he keeps the power, and you can take it again, go to 25 base. Very powerful effect, and it's critical.
You awakened at 5 energy before?
No, because I have this card.
Okay.
It would have happened if I didn't have this card. 4 Whis from the starter deck.
My boy Alejandro Mena.
Very important in the mirror match because you don't want them to untap energy with their leader effect. So you always have to have 2 on the board because they can rest 1 with their first leader effect, kill it by attacking into it, but you have to have a second one and you'll be all fine. Also, this is a yellow draw card, so good as energy and good to just filter through your deck. The main engine here, Master Roshi Shen from World Martial Arts Tournament. This is my main draw engine. I want to make it look good. Yeah. Eddie calls it the kissy faces, whatever.
The kissy Roshis.
When these are both in play, this card rests this card to draw a card, and this card rests this card to draw a card. And it has 6k power, barrier. So in the combination with the Sun Goten, he's become 21,000 combo power. So 20Ks won't work. You need to be a 25K to survive to kill it. And when they live more than 1 turn, you start plussing 2 every single turn they live. Plus, 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 plus.
Unless you're playing Gogeta.
And they're barriers, so Brawly BR the Brawly decks can't kill it, so it's really strong. Until they get to 8-drop, which is too late by then. So Height of Mastery, this is the name of the game. When you have Sparking 7, 4 energy, this is your win con. Triple strike, dual attack, taps 3 things down, including energy, that ignore barrier. So if they have a barrier blocker, just taps it. In combination with your leader effect, you can rest up to 4 cards in 1 turn. So pretty much nothing's getting comboed off the board, and no energy is going to be untapped, especially behind a bad ring. After you restand an energy to give you 4 energy and then 5 energy because you untap 1 energy. So this attack behind a bad ring is pretty much going in for sure. Another thing you can do is untap 1 energy and play Victory Strike. Shout out to Matt Bavarnik for letting me borrow this card. Cannot be countered. Cannot remove its skills. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. If you have $300, you can buy this card. It's kind of expensive. 45k Victory Strike. Victory Strike means you take a point of damage, you win the game instantly. So I don't care how much life you are against Kid Gokus. They awaken at 6. They think they're safe. Their super combos aren't live till 4 most of the time, unless they have a spark.
Jacksonville.
And you just usually win the game off of that. They can spark. They can use their counters, but their counter won't negate the attack. The only thing that stops this is Mafuba, but You tap the energy down first, so they can't move it anyways. It's game over.
Or Shigesh into an explosive Goku or Gohan.
And that's why you bring Cronoa as well.
That's it.
So I have all bases covered. That's why this deck's the most consistent I can get it. My overarm of choice is Dimensional Banisher Fu. This is a meta call. Against Green Brawly BR, this is your only win con. Because you can't pull off the Height of Mastery, they'll just pop your cards. So you need to pop their cards first. You pop their card, they come in with another one, you Bloodlust it, you double strike, you restand, you double strike again. Battering laser as long as you have it, it's game over. That is very important. So that was my team deck. My prelims that I got first place, it was a little bit different.
You tied for first.
Yeah, so what I did was take out 3 cards. These are in my main board, these 3 cards. So these are normally in my main board. I usually don't have the Universe 7 representatives. These are actually sideboarded.
I love those cards.
But I was very scared of Janemba. And it was very difficult against Garrett Goodwin. Without Victory Strike, it was very difficult. I had to go to like turn 5 turn 5. And I swung like 5 times with my Height of Mastery. That's how long it took to kill it. So these would technically be sideboard. These will be mained. So technically this is the first card in my sideboard, right? Against Janemba, I side this in alongside Trunks Power Over Seeing Time. So this is the find the Victory Strike, and this is the find it if it gets milled. You have both options covered. You're gonna find Victory Strike as long as it's not your last card or your last life. Against Kid Goku, you want to play Mass Saiyan instead of Fu. So I side 2 Fus out and put 2 of these in because you can warp a 1-drop, 1-drop, 3-drop all in one go, or any combination thereof. Yes, if you warp them all at the same time, you can get KO'd if the Goku's gone. But usually I use my leader effects to rest their Android 8 and attack into it and kill it. And then I warp their stuff. That's really how that works out. In addition to that matchup, you're gonna play Cargo, Namekian Youth. This card says draw a card if you're, just when you play it. But in addition, if there's a rest mode skillless battle card, you can KO that just by playing this card. So it's very specifically for that Kid Goku matchup, and it's yellow, so I'm a mono yellow deck. It's fine. It draws me a card. It doesn't hurt me in any way, shape, or form. If I'm not playing against a Cronoa deck, these 2 come in for the 2 Cronoa. Haru, Attacker Majin. Against green and yellow decks, this card untaps 4 energy when you play it, as long as it doesn't get bloodlusted. So this is good against non-bloodlust leaders. Usually I leave it out even if I'm going against a yellow or green leader. I don't do it unless they don't have bloodlust. So U7 Frieza, Victory Strike, this is very, very useful. You can play a 1-drop and then play this and untap 4 energy, and you just get maximum value out of your turn. This also mills 2 cards. So if you're trying to get Sparking 7 for your Victory Strike swap, this is gonna get you there faster. And it's critical, so if you need to switch to being an aggro deck, you can switch it to being an aggro deck with this. One more Cronoa against Shugesh decks. If you see that they have Shugesh, might as well make it more consistent, add this. It's just a draw card, it's fine. Vegeta Striving to be best. This is for the mirror match and for Janemba decks that play the Vegetos and the Deadly Defenders. It kills cards with barrier. Very important against the mirror match. If they have the 19k Path to Greatness and they attack with it, you punish them very hard with this card because it has barrier and it's in rest mode. You'll be able to pop it and then you'll play yours in response, and you'll be able to get your Height of Mastery off first. Last card, Champa. Champa. So we really want that card, especially in combination with your leader. Against Brawly matchups, you can just attack with your leader, restand your leader, attack, and give it double strike. That's 3 damage. Especially if they Sparking Negate and you battering, they lose a life. They can be 4 damage potentially. Very important card.
Alright, shout out to one of you.
Shout outs to Ultra Pro and Pro Play Games and Team Foe for helping me out today. Their team. Peter was all mad that I didn't get to play on his team.
No problem, my guy. Team Foe will always help you out in the future, my guy. Yeah.
Nice.